Hey guys, how's it going? Back with another video today. Today I'm going to take you through a full day of eating. There's been a lot of changes in my diet now. Calories have been dropped more, cardio has been put up. So I'm just out of the gym now after my session and my cardio. So I'm pretty dead. It was all fasted. It's now 1:45, so I'll be going home to get some lunch soon. So yeah, just want you to sit back, relax and enjoy the video. And if you haven't already, please be sure to share and subscribe, as it'll help me out so much. So let's get into it. Alright, so as you can see, I'm still in the car here, but the first thing I need to do today is get all my vitamins and tablets in. Started taking a few things now just to try and help with the fat burning process. So in here I've got some vitamin D, some vitamin C, zinc, and then a couple of fat burners as well. So that's everything that I'm taking around mid-morning. So that'll be the first thing that I'll take every day then from now on anyway. And so just so I can burn hopefully a bit more fat and just get looking that extra bit lean that will always come through in the end. So yeah, I'm going to take these now, and then I just need to run to the shops and grab some food for today. So I'll see you back in the kitchen then. Alright, so I'm home now and the pan's on. So what I would usually do is, while the pan's heating up, I would normally have my Fibre One bar and a wee Weight Watchers, like chocolate bar type of thing. You can get these in like Superdrug and different places like that. Very good calories, only 60 calories for the size of the bar it is. And I think they're about 150 grams or something like that. But yeah, so I'm going to have these two things. It's just to kind of get my body kind of used to food today, because I am now fasting for 18 hours. Because at the moment I'm finishing eating roughly around 8 o'clock in the evening. And now, because I am so hungry with the low calories, I'm now starting to eat at 2 o'clock. So what I am doing is I am trying to intermittent fast for as long as possible. And yeah, as well as that, I think I forgot to say, I'm only on 1800 calories now, so it is pretty low, and we are getting there. 6 weeks left, so 6 weeks I could possibly see another drop coming from Peter again. It's hard to say, but we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, these are my calories at the moment. I will break down the macros for you at the end of the video, but yeah, I'll put the macros up on the screen now for you for these two anyway, and every other meal. Just taking some of the Frylight spray, just a few sprays of that. All I'm doing then is just adding the spinach on, just to wilt it. So I'll throw on a good load of it, probably about half a bag as such. So I'll just let that go on. Usually a good bit falls over, but nothing goes to waste here, so we're just throwing that in as well. And then what we'll do is we'll take our pot lid just from a large pot, normally the biggest one, which will do it, and I'll just set that on and leave that there then for a few minutes. Alright, so next then, just going to cut my bagel up. At the moment, again, it's just one bagel a day rather than like 3 or 4 that I would have used to have. And yeah, so basically just cutting. I actually have found a wee trick. For me personally, I like the top half of the bagel, so instead of cutting it like down the middle, I like to cut it over to the side more. So just usually during this time then, I'm going to prepare the rest of my food, just so that as soon as the spinach is finished wilting, I can then add it directly onto the pan with everything else. And then I just leave it in for the amount of time it takes for the bagel to cook, so, or toast. So as you can see, one side's thicker than the other. Might look a wee bit same today, but I normally go for a thicker side. So I just throw that in there then, and then I'll just start preparing everything else. Alright, so as I was saying then, I'm just taking my 2 turkey sausages and cutting them up into slices just like this. Just very simple. Alright, so once that's done then, usually the spinach is finished wilting. So as you can see here, that's the spinach finished. So now I'm just going to place this on a plate, and which will then allow me to then start making the rest with the eggs and egg whites. Alright, so as you can see, my pan's nice and warm, so I'm just going to add some more Frylight just around so that the eggs don't stick. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my egg whites, which is the 2 chicks, and I'm going to add 100 mils. So there's 500 grams, and per 100 grams there's 100 mils as such. So it'll do me 5 days. So I'm just going to pour out 100 mils now. That's it there. And then once I do that, I'm going to take my large egg, crack that off the flat surface, and then just break that into the middle then of the egg whites, and just let that sit and settle. 3 seconds. It usually takes about 10 seconds to settle, so just leave it where you want it. For me personally, I like to have it in the middle. So once the egg whites go from a clear colour to more of a white, kind of giving away the name, then it makes it easier. So that's starting to set now, so I'm happy enough where the yolk is. So then next what I'm going to do is I'm just going to then add my sausages. Just one other quick thing I want to say as well, because I'm so far into my diet now, everything is veg. So that's sauces and everything. So if you are getting quite deep into the diet yourselves, you'll definitely want to be making sure that you're staying within your calorie limit for the day. So you want to make sure you're weighing out your sauces and only having so many grams or whatever it may be, just so that you stay within your limit for the day. Alright, so meal number 1 of the day then. I've got 100 grams of egg whites. I have about half a bag of spinach, 1 full egg, and a bagel with some jam and obviously some red sauce, because ketchup is life. It still is life even when we're deep into the diet. So because it's such a beautiful day, I'm going to sit out the back now and eat that. But what I'll do is I'll stick the macros on the screen here for the video. And yeah, I'm going to enjoy this now. So it is currently, I think, 3 o'clock. Yeah, so it is currently 3 o'clock. So I have been able to push back an extra hour today, which is great, because then I shouldn't feel too hungry today. But it also means that I can eat a lot closer than what I would have been. So I can literally have this now and then have my next meal in an hour and a half rather than 2.5 hours later. So it makes things much easier. So yeah, I'm going to go eat this now, and I'll be back with you for the next meal then, which is now. I don't know whether this is just me or it's you also, but for me personally, after eating my breakfast or foods, I actually feel a lot more hungry. Like this morning, for instance, I hadn't been eating and I felt fine, but whereas now I've just finished my breakfast, which I have absolutely deleted, by the way, like nothing left to it. I feel a lot hungrier, but there is one thing I'm going to show you now, which I would do to kind of suppress the hunger and just help me get on and through to the next meal. So I'll show you that now. So you know, when I enter the garage, I'm coming in for the goodies, and it's very simple. Any your 0 calorie drinks, try not to like over consume on them, because then obviously you're not gonna get the best from it, because they do add up. Nothing is completely 0 calories apart from water. But one thing that I always do is I would love to go for a Coke, and I'm having about 2 a day. So I'm gonna have one now just after my breakfast and get that in, because that'll normally suppress the appetite somewhat more until lunch then. Alright, so this is a wee dad hack that I found recently. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a scoop of protein into this mug here. So in that goes. Alright, so as you saw there, I have a cup of protein with just a taste of water in it and some baking soda. This is now going to allow me to make a muffin as such, and basically it's just going to rise up in the cup. So realistically we've got about 100 calories for a cup here of protein. So it's just a good way of keeping the calories low and getting in a good load of volume. I saw this on YouTube as well in a video, which I thought was pretty good. So just going to make sure I keep the consistency right off it. Alright, so this is my lunch then. I have 1 pita bread here from Sainsbury's with roughly 150 grams of chicken in it that I've weighed out. Along with that, I have about 6 grams of mayonnaise on both sides. Then I went for the 0 fat skyr yogurts, just as they're high in protein and no fat. So there's 14 grams of protein in that. And then, as I was just saying, this is just my cup of protein that I have added some baking powder to, and from this it's just allowed me to make a high volume cake as such, with basically 0 fat and again 20 grams of protein or so. So yeah, it's a good way just to get high protein in for my lunch then, and getting everything else in need and keeping the carbs pretty low as well. So we're on the meal number 4 of the day with a lot of sunburn, which is not the best, so don't fall asleep in the sun. That's my advice to you. Anyway, meal number 4, some oats and some protein powder. So I've got 40 grams of oats in here, and I've just added some water to thicken them up. And then I've added a scoop of protein just to make it into more of a paste, just so that it's nicer, and adds a bit of flavour as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna snack on this now for a wee bit, just until dinner time then. Alright, so it's dinner time at the moment, and here it is. I have some cod with some seasoning on it, just some potatoes cut up into chips. It's roughly about 110 grams. The fish is roughly about 140 grams. So yeah, there's a good load of protein and extremely low fat as well, which is what I'm looking for in my last meal of the day. So again, I'll stick the macros up on the screen now, and yeah, I'm just going to sit down and eat this because I'm absolutely starving. Been out at work and I'm back now, so yeah, just going to get this into me and kind of relax for the rest of the night then. Just want to jump on quickly just before I continue on with the video. As well as my dad, I had some pineapple chunks, which was 82 calories. And as well as that, I just want to break down my total macros for the day. So I am currently sitting on a total of 1800 calories, which means I have to eat 180 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbohydrates, and a total of 30 grams of fat. So it is extremely low, but this is what I have to do as we're so close to the end now. So working as hard as I can to get there. We're definitely getting into shape, so I'll have to show you a physique update soon. But for now anyway, I just wanted to put that in quickly just so you know my total macros for the day. Alright guys, so I just want to end today's video here. I just want to say a few quick things just while I'm on my way to the gym again and such, just to get the cardio in, just walking around the corner. And I just want to say that the amount of calories that I am on would not be sustainable for any human being. The reason that I'm on such low calories is because I had so much fat to lose in the beginning, and it goes to show how much fat I had on my body and that wasn't required, and that is all as a result of dirty bulking. So my point is, or I just want to say anyway, that if you are looking to bulk up, make sure you do it cleanly. I will be going on a bulk after this photo shoot, so if you aren't already following me, please be sure to do that, because then you can learn. And as well as that, I have a tips video on mistakes not to make while bulking. So if you can then do that, that'll make such a big difference just for your overall health. And I'm now feeling much healthier, but at the same time though, I would probably be a little bit lighter than what I'd want to be, with a lot less body fat. But at the same time, it just goes to show how much I had on my body. But anyway guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. So I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to share and subscribe. And yeah, that's all for now. So until next time, goodbye.